Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do it. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up. 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Come on, D. Check 52.
Now Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam.
Jackson now down around his goal line. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
SOS. 25, check 25, check 25. Show him that.
Stewart now operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Devin Hester, 65 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Check 9, check 9.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 58 right there. Coming to you. Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
From the 36, Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's see what you got. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go. Let's bring it up.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got a moonwalk. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing on first down. Stewart being chased out left. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We own it. We own it.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing on second and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Watch the safety creep.
On third down, Jackson letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stewart. They set up the screen to Peyton. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check 99. Check 99. Check Gogo.
Second and 11. On the move to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Sanders, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
48-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take it through.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Stewart to throw on second down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Looking to throw. Stewart under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sacked there by Bruce Smith.
Set. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the slant.
Back to throw. Stewart. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the great Michael Strahan with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Touchdown, Chicago! Walter Payton in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Big stop, let's go!
Here's Stewart. A final shot before break. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Big dash, big dash. Come, come. Check 50, check 50. Check,
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
Out of time, guys. Out of the field. Let's get off the field. Check 4, check 4. 10, under 10, 10. Check out, read. Wide. Keep working.
Looking to throw. Stewart, flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the drill.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 56 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken very... Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The sack that time by Michael Strahan. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Got some room at the 30, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got it. Check the backer, check the backer. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check, check. Pressure.
Now Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. Steps away, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Stewart. Going to throw again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Strahan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's the way. Check. Check. Shit. Watch the shit. Check.
Stewart now throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shit.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 4th down, here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Stewart. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Willie Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
A very important extra point there, up and good. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up, boom, boom. Turn up. No. Bang, 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 bang. Check 24.
Stewart throwing after the interception. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by an American hero, Pat Tillman.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. The 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
He's checking. Crash.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Peyton. A nice little juke. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? Just for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Rush in.
Here's Vick off the play fake for Sanders. Forced out to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They got his man complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Vick tried to get it to Rice, but incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Vick now, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And that's complete to Sanders. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. An all-pro in 8 of his 9 NFL seasons. It's Jim Brown with it. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Vick. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Check 52. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Jackson. Man open, it's Moss, complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Slam!
They'll run. It's Sanders. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
That's a what? 25, check 25, check 25. Showing up. Pass him.
Throwing again. Jackson. Got an open man. It's Enunwa. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Quincy Enunwa, 42 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Luke Kuechly gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 3rd and long for Vick. Man open, Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now down around his goal line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Tighten down, there you go.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Holt. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 18 on the play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jerry Rice, 61 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Jackson stepping up. He'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's Michael Vick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great effort there. 58 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check, 43. Mike has hit.
To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Vic now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. To throw, Vic. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And Sanders now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Randy Moss in the final seconds of the first half as they have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
43 is the mic. Let's go, D. 43 is the mic, boy.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the ends, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip. Came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I took the risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, They elevated us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out flash. I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Six out low. 3. I got him. He's crashing.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Randy Moss, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks 7, Bears 0. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. He's not going to get me. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 31. Check 31.
Jackson now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Charles Tillman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And Griffin must have seen something he didn't like. He's going to call a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Griffin. Flush to his right. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. G3, 46 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Julius Peppers made the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On the double. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I don't even know why this team showed up. 53.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. He's got a man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
As crazy as it seems, this is something you should expect. Long passes downfield that get tipped in the air.
Yeah, this is what keeps the DBs up at night, though, these types of plays.
Drives them crazy because you actually practice it. It's called the tip drill. You're supposed to tip it up, and if it is up in the air, go get it. Instead, the offensive guy pulled it down.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by Julius Peppers.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Here's Jackson on third down, being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
To throw is RG3. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Gale Sayers, 54 yards, and the Bears have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
A good chance. This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Touchdown, Seahawks!
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On 1st down, Griffin going up top. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Randy Moss, 48 yards. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Seahawks 17. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A gain there of 30 big ones. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 51 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Griffin on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Griffin, he's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Randy Moss, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have now moved out in front. The extra point up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Escaping the pressure right. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jackson on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Out.
Throwing is Jackson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Alert 3.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Devin Hester, the intended receiver. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a give, right side. It's Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch one. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
Jackson now throwing on 4th down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Griffin. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Mike, check, 59. Check right. Say.
Griffin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Randy Moss there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They just... Getting that one, didn't they?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Jackson steps away to his left. Anunwa's got it, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. At 21 yards there as they convert on third. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check. Check. 53's mine. Ready?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Patrick Willis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken very... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Evan Ingram taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Extra score, Seahawks 7, Titans nothing. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short.
Get ready, get ready. At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here's how the ending. What? And what's the ball? Good dance. Come on.
On 1st and 10. Griffin dancing to his left. He's going to take... Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Jackson forced out to his left. Man open, it's Moss, complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike...
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Check. Check 52 is the mark. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Peyton breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Walter Payton, 72 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for, because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. This will be taken short. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. What's it for? You
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 60 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
On second and 11 now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down now, Payton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Throwing is Allen on third. Buying time to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Sanders. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go.
On second and 9, Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Jackson now. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Peyton. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Peyton. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Peyton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think you got it, son.
52. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Single, that's 7 over.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got a noon one. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a give, right side. Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Gronk that time. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Get ready. 18 Gator.
Hey, let's go full strength.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got an open man. It's a new one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
From the 16, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Being chased, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. 59. Like the 59. 81.
Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julio Jones. 77 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. But as he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Flush to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Where's 52? Black 52.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Brian Burns, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a 1st down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. Taking it in. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Elam now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Patriots 14, Buccaneers 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
The Bucs take over first. Get ready. 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
18. And the Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, March 43. Watch the run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, it's Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 52. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I gotta...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a give to Peterson running right. And he's got some space here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big run for AP. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Sanders. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw is Elway. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Anunwa's got it, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Pat Tillman, the legend, in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson dancing to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Quincy Enunwa there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
John Brown, touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, 67 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift-wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jackson forced out to his left. Going left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Mike, check, 59. Like the pass. 59, Mike, check.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and goal, Jackson buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Let's go. Greystone, travel.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Speed grip.
On second down, Elway. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Jackson on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach.
Adrian Peterson off to the races.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting